Hello students, today I am here to teach you chapter 15 in your textbook, that's equations. Previous year we did solving simple equations. Today we will look at solving linear equations with brackets, linear equations containing fractions and simultaneous equations. By doing these examples, you can revise grade 8 topic of solving simple equations. So, we'll take simple ones. X plus 3 equals 5. So, this is an equation. How can we solve this? First thing, you have to get rid of this plus 3. Subtract 3 from both sides. Then, you get x here. 5 minus 3 is 2. This is also equation, simple equation. Now x minus 7. How you get rid of this minus 7? Add 7 to both sides. Always do the inverse operation. X becomes 7 plus 2, 9. This one 8x equals 24. So multiple of 8. So how you get rid of this? You divide this by 8. So both sides you divide by 8, you get x equals 3. 24 divided by 8 is 3. Now this one already divided by 11. How you get rid of this 11? Multiply this by 11. So multiply both sides by 11, you get x equals 33. This one minus 4x equals 20. So how you get x? You divide both sides by minus 4. So you get x equals 20 over 4 is 5. This is minus 5. This one multiplied by minus 6 both sides. So x over minus 6. Multiply both sides by minus 6. You get x equals 12. 6 times 2, 12. So, always when you want to get the letter, you do the inverse operation. Now, when there are brackets, what's the first thing? You have to remove brackets. So, always multiply the inside part by the outside number. So, you have to first multiply this by 2. 2 times x, 2x. 2 times minus 3 minus 6 is 8. Now, we need to get rid of this minus 6. Add 6 to both sides. 8 plus 6, 14, and 2x is 14. How you get rid of this 2? Divide both sides by 2. So, x equals 14 divided by 2 is 7. Now, in this one, we got brackets. So, there are several types of brackets used in algebra. So, we'll look at what are they. So, you get normal bracket. And this one, curly bracket. And this is a square bracket. So, we call this is round bracket. Round bracket. This one, curly bracket. And this one is a square bracket. Remove brackets and simplify. Now, in this equation, you get round brackets as well as curly brackets. So, first you remove the round brackets. So, what you do? Keep 3. And here only remove these brackets. So, that means you have to multiply first one with 2, the second one with 4. 2 times x, 2x. 2 times minus 1 minus 2 plus 4x plus 4. Now simplify the like terms. 2x and 4x, 6x. 4 minus 2 plus 2. Now, how you remove the curly bracket? Before removing curly bracket, you can divide this by 3. So, we can do that way or remove brackets as well. So, I'll show you from this one without removing the brackets. You can divide this by 3. Then 3 get cancelled out. You get 6x plus 2 equals 3 times 1, 3. Here 4, 14. Now you can take this 2 out. You get 6x plus 2 and you can subtract 2. 14 minus 2, you get 12. So 6x equals 12. Divide this by 6. You get x equals 2. Now, if you are not removing the brackets, how you do? So, without removing brackets, we did this. But how you remove brackets? Now, again, I'll do that same sum here. 3, then you have to multiply this by 3. 3 times 6, 18x. 3 times 2, 6 is equal to 42. Take 6 out, that means subtract 6 from both sides. 42 minus 6. So what you get? 36 equals 18x. When you divide this by 18, you get x equals 2. So you can either do without removing brackets or with removing brackets, you get the same answer. So when removing brackets, first consider the innermost brackets. So innermost brackets is the round bracket here. Now take this one. So we'll first expand brackets, the round brackets. So 5 you keep as it is. 3 times x, 3x into 3 minus 2x minus 2 and minus 4 plus 8 equals 80. Then 3x minus 2x, x. 3 plus 8, 11. Divide both sides by 5. You get x plus 11 equals 5 times 1, 5. For 30, that's 6. Now subtract 11 from both sides. You get 5. So x equals 5. We'll take the next one. There's one bracket inside, so you can remove that one first. 4 is there. 3 times x, 3x minus 6 plus 2x plus 4 equals 72. Simplify inside. 3x and 2x, 5x. Minus 6 plus 4, minus 2 equals 72. Now divide both sides by 4. What you get? 5x minus 2 is equal to 4 times 1, 4. 32, that's 8. Now add 2 to both sides. You get 20 here and 5x. Divide both sides by 5. You get x equals 4. 20 divided by 4, 5. 20 divided by 5, you get 4. Another one. So you have to do, this is nothing means just 1. So you just multiply by 1. 9x plus 4, 7 plus x minus 2. 9x plus 4. Inside you get x, 7 minus 2, that's 5. Now you can multiply this by 4. 9x plus 4x plus 20 equals 46. Simplify 9 plus 4, 13x. So x is there, 13x plus 20 equals 46. Subtract 20 from both sides. 13x equals 6 there, so 26. When you divide both sides by 13, you get x equals 2. 26 over 13. This one. What's the first step? To remove inside brackets. So multiply this by 2. Here by 4. 7 is there. 2 times x, 2x. 2 times 3, 6. 4 times x, 4x plus 4. And then you get minus 30x and 94. Now inside 2x and 4x, 6x. 6 plus 4, 10. Minus 30x equals 94. Now you have to open this bracket, expand. 7 times 6, 42x. Plus 70 minus 30x equals 94. Now 42 minus 30x, you get 12x. Now subtract 70 from both sides. So 12x becomes, you get 24. So 12x is 24. When you divide this by 12, you get the x value. That's 2. 24 divided by 12, you get 2. Another equation, you need to expand brackets. So multiply this by 7, here 3, and this one by 5. 7 times x, 7x minus 14. 3 times x, 3x plus 3. And this is equal to 5x plus 20. 5 times 4 plus 4. Now 7x plus 3x, 10x. Minus 14 plus 3, minus 11. Here 5x plus 24. Now you have to take all x terms to one side. So take 5x to this side. So you need to subtract 5x from both sides. (10x minus 5x, 5x). Here 5x get cancelled out, you get 24. Now you have to add 11 to both sides. So what you get? 5x equals 35. So what's x? You divide by 5, you get x equals 7. 35 divided by 5. Solve simple equations which include fractions now. Now there's a fraction, half is there. Now it's better to remove that. Remove the denominator. So this is divided by 2. How you remove that? Inverse operation, multiply by 2. So what we do to get rid of this denominator, I can multiply both sides by 2. Then this get cancelled out. You get x minus 3 equals 4. Now you can add 3 to both sides. So what you get? X equals 7. 4 plus 3. This one, denominator is 4. So you multiply both sides by 4. What happens? This get cancelled out. You get x plus 7 equals 3 into 4. That's 12. Subtract 7 from both sides. You get x equals 12 minus 7. That's 5. This one, 3x minus 5 over 7. Multiply both sides by 7. 3x minus 5 is equal to 1 times 7, 7. Add 5 to both sides. You get 3x equals 12. Divide this by 3. Both sides. X you get as 12 divided by 3. That's 4. Now, in this one, you get two denominators, 3 and 2. So, how can we get rid of 3 and 2? If you can take the lowest common multiple of 3 and 2 and multiply the whole equation by that, you can remove this 3 and 2. So, when you get fractions like this, first find the lowest common multiple. What is lowest common multiple of 3 and 2? That's 6. So, multiply the whole equation by 6. This also you have to multiply, and this also you have to multiply by 6. When you are doing that, make sure that you put brackets for the expression. Now, 3 times 1, 3 times 2. 2 times 1, 2 times 3. Now you get 2 times x plus 3. 3 times x minus 5 equals 6 times 6, 36. Now remove brackets. 2 times x, 2x plus 6 here. 3x minus 15 equals 36. 2x and 3x, 5x. 6 minus 15, you get minus 9. Now, when you want to remove minus 9, you have to add 9 to both sides. 5x is equal to 45. Now, divide this by 5. You get x equals 9. 45 divided by 5. This one, you get 3 as the denominator. So, multiply all terms by 3. Make sure you put brackets. Times 3. Now, 3 get cancelled out here as well as here. So, you get x minus 7, x plus 4 equals 18. X and x becomes 2x minus 7 plus 4 minus 3. Now, add 3 to both sides. So, you get 2x equals 18 plus 3, 21. Divide this by 2. You get x equals 10.5 or 10.5 you can write. This one. 4 and 2, what's the lowest common multiple of 4 and 2? 4. So, multiply the whole thing by 4. 2 times 4 here. Now simplify this one 2, and now you can expand brackets. A minus 3 plus 2a minus 10 equals 8. A and 2a, 3a minus 13, you are getting here 8. Now add 13 to both sides. You get 21 equals 3a. Divide this by 3. You get a equals 7. Look at the other one. 2, 3, 3. What's the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3? 6. Multiply the whole equation by 6. Yeah. 2 times 3. 3 times 2. 3 times 2 here. So you get 3, 5y minus 3 plus 2, 3y minus 2 equals 4 times 2, 8. Now you can expand brackets. 3 times 5, 15y. Here 3 times 3, 9. 6y minus 4 equals 8. Simplify now like terms. You can add 15 plus 6, 21y. Minus 9 minus 4, minus 13. Now take minus 13 to the other side. That means adding 13 to both sides. So you get 21 here and 21y. When you divide by 21, you get y equals 1. 21 divided by 21. 3 and 2 in the denominator. So what's the lowest common multiple of 3 and 2? That's 6. Multiply the whole equation by 6. Simplify. 3 times 2 here, 2 times 1, 2 times 3. Now expand brackets. 2 times 5, 10. 10 and x there. 2 times 4, this is 8. 3 times x, 3x plus 27. Now we have to take like terms to one side. So 3x to this side and here 8 to the other side. So what you do? Subtract 3x from both sides. So you can subtract 3x from both sides, and what you get now? 10x minus 3x, that's 7x. 3x get cancelled out, you get 27. Now add 8 both sides. We want to get rid of this minus 8. So 7x equals 35. Now divide this by 7. You get x equals 5. Now we'll look at how we can solve simultaneous equations. So what are simultaneous means? You get two unknowns with two equations. So we'll see how we do that. Take plus 5 and minus 5. When you add these two, what happens? Plus 5 minus 5, you get 0. Minus 9 and plus 9, when you add it, you get 0. So you need to remember, when you are adding two opposite signs with the same coefficient, you get 0. So the result is 0. Look at this one, same sign and same number. When you subtract, you get 0. This one we are adding. So when you subtract these two, minus 9 subtract minus 9, you get 0. So you need to remember, by subtracting the same sign, plus plus or minus minus, you get the result 0. So we'll use this property when you are solving simultaneous equations. Look at this equation. You get two equations, two unknowns. That's why we call this is simultaneous equations. Now look at the sign. Look at the sign of y. Now coefficient. Coefficient means the number in front. Both are equal. So first you have to look at the coefficient. If coefficients are equal, then look at the sign. One is positive, one is negative. Different signs, opposite signs. How we can get rid of this y variable? When you add the two equations, plus y and minus y get cancelled out. So what you do? You are adding. Adding the two equations, you can remove y. So we'll see how we can do. So we'll take the first equation, add the second one. So 3x plus y is the first one. Add 2x minus y is the second one. This side 17 plus 8. Now what you get? 3x and 2x, 5x. Y and minus y get cancelled out. So I can write 5x here. I can write 5x. 17 plus 8, you get 25. So now we can divide this by 5 and get x value. X is 5. Now how we find out the y value? Two unknowns are there this time. X equals 5. So you can take any one of the equation. I'll take the first one. Substitute the x value in one of the equations and you can find out the y value. So if you take the first one, 3x. So 3 times 5 now. X is 5. Plus y equals 17. 15 plus y equals 17. When you subtract 15 from both sides, what you get? Y equals 17 minus 15, that's 2. So what are the two solutions? X equals 5, y equals 2. Now we can check whether our answer is correct. Just substitute 5 here. 5 times 3, 15. 15 plus 2, you get 70. So that's correct. Substitute to the second equation. 5 times 2, 10. 10 minus 2, you get 8. So that means the two solutions are correct. Now this method is called elimination method because we've removed y here. So eliminating y. Elimination method. Look at this one. Same thing, step by step. When you add it only, this get cancelled out. So when you add it, you can straight away write down this get cancelled out. 3x plus 2x equals 25. 5x equals 25. X becomes 25 divided by 5, that's 5. Then you can take any equation. I'll take the second one this time. This is the same question that we did before. Just to explain the process, x equals 5 in the second equation. 2 times 5 minus y equals 8. Minus y, here 10 here. Now subtract 10. You get minus 2 equals minus y. So divide by minus 1. You get y equals 2. So same answer we got. X equals 5. Y equals 2. Identify whether to add or subtract the following equations to eliminate one unknown. Look at this one. Which coefficients are equal? Y coefficients are equal. Then look at the sign. Signs are opposite. That means add. Add the two equations. Second one, these are the coefficients. So this is plus 5 plus 5. Same sign. You have to subtract the two equations. This one, these are the equal coefficients, Q term. Same sign. Same sign, you have to subtract. And here, minus 9, same sign. You have to subtract the two equations. So subtract here as well. This one, which coefficients are equal? This one, 1 and 1. So same sign. You subtract the two equations. This one, plus 7 plus 7, same sign. Subtract the two equations. This one, minus 7, same sign. Subtract the two equations. This one, plus and minus. Different signs, you add the two equations. 1 plus 2. So remember, same sign you subtract, different signs you add the two equations. Again this one, which coefficient? Plus and minus, different signs. Add it. Here 8 and 8, same sign. Subtract. Same sign, plus 3. Here also subtract. This one, same sign. Subtract the two equations. Now look at these simultaneous equations and we'll try to solve that. These are the two equal coefficients. Plus and plus, both plus 7y and plus 7y. So what you have to do? You have to subtract the two equations. And then when you subtract, make sure that you put brackets. So 1 minus 2, 3x plus 7y minus 2x plus 7y equals 23 minus 20. That's 3. Now get rid of this bracket. Multiply by 1 here, multiply by minus 1. So both becomes minus. Now 7y get cancelled out. 3x minus 2x, you get x. X equals 3. So what you do now, after you get one value, you take one of the equations and substitute. I'll take the first one. 3 times 3 plus 7y equals 23. 9 plus 7y is 23, means subtract 9. What's the value? 14 is equal to 7y. Divide this by 7 to get y value. So y becomes 2. So what are the solutions? X equals 3 and y equals 2. Now check with the equation and see whether your answer is correct. Take the first one. 3 times 3, 9. 7 times 2, 14. 14 plus 9, 23. That's correct. Second equation, 2 times 3 is 6. 7 times 2, 14. You get 20. So that's also correct. This one, these are the two equal coefficients, sign both minus. How you get rid of that? You have to subtract. Same sign, you have to subtract the two equations. We'll subtract 3x minus y, subtract 2x minus y. 13 minus 8 here. You get 5. Expand brackets, 3x minus y minus 2x minus minus becomes plus y. Y get cancelled out. 3x minus 2x is x. X equals 5. Now we'll take one of the equations and substitute 3 times 5 minus y equals 13. 15 minus y equals 13. Subtract 15 from both sides. You get minus 2 here. This is minus y. Divide both sides by minus 1. You get the y value. Y equals 2. X equals 5. Now substitute and see. Second equation, 5 times 2, 10. 10 minus 2, you get 8. First one, 3 times 5, 15 minus 2, 13. So that's correct. This one, minus minus, same sign. So this is minus. Same sign, minus 5y minus 5y. So what you do? You subtract the two equations. So when you subtract the two equations, what happens? 7x minus 5y, subtract 2x minus 5y, minus 1, minus 9. Minus minus 9. So expand brackets, you get this minus 2x, minus minus here, plus 5y. Minus 1 plus 9 on this side. 9 minus 1, you get 8 here. Y term get cancelled out. 7x minus 2x, that's 5x. X equals, divide by 5. 5 and for 30, that's 6, 1.6. Now you can take one of the equation and substitute. 7x, x I can write 1.6. Minus 5y equals minus 1. Here multiply by 7. 7 times 6, 42. 4 remaining. 7 times 1, 7 plus 4, 11. Minus 5y equals minus 1. Subtract minus 11.2 from both sides. You get minus 5y equals minus 12.2. Minus 11 and minus 1. Here 0.2 is there. So minus 12.2. And now how you get y? Divide this by 5. Minus 5. So you get y equals minus minus becomes plus. 5 times 3. 5 times 2, 10. For 22, that's 5 times 4, 20, and another 20 is there, 4. So 2.44. So you can get decimal answers as well. So what's the solution here? X equals 1.6 and y equals 2.44. You can check whether it's correct by multiplying. 7 times x. 7 times x we found 11.2. And 5 times y. 5 times that value, 2.44. 12.2. So 11.2 minus 12.2, you get minus 1. That's correct. Now take the second equation and see 2x. 2x means 2 times 1.6. 3.2. Minus 5 times y. We found 12.2. So minus 12.2, when you subtract, you get minus 9. So that's correct. Look at this question here. Same coefficient, this is plus. So plus means you have to subtract the two equations. So we can subtract the two equations. So we'll subtract, first one is this, subtract the second one. 34 minus 30. So you get 4 here. So 6x plus 7y minus 2x minus 7y. 6x and 2x, 4x, 7y get cancelled out. This is equal to 4. So when you divide this by 4, you get x equals 1. And how we find out y value? Take any equation. I'll take the first one. 6x, 6 times 1 is 6, plus 7y equals 34. So subtract 6 from both sides. You get 28 equals 7y. Divide by 7, you get y equals 4. So x equals 1, y equals 4. We'll check it with the second equation. 2 times 1, 2. 7 times 4, 28. 28 plus 2, 30. So that's correct. This equation. So coefficients are equal here in n. Both minus. So both minus, you have to subtract. 1 minus 2. So subtract the two equations. Minus 13 minus minus 16. Now expand brackets. Minus 5m minus minus becomes plus 3n equals minus 13 plus 16. So that's plus 3. 8m minus 5m, 3m. And 3n get cancelled out. So m equals 3 divided by 3, that's 1. Now take one of the equations. I'll take the first one. Substitute m equals 1. 8 minus 3n equals minus 13. Now subtract 8 from both sides. You get minus 3n equals minus 21. Divide this by minus 3. You get n equals 7. Now we'll check with the second equation. Just check with the second equation. 5 times m. 5 times 1 is 5 minus 3 times 7, 21. 5 minus 21, you get minus 16. So that's correct. So we found m equals 1 and n equals 7. Look at this equation. Plus 5h and minus 5h. Different signs. Different signs, we add the two equations. So you have to add 1 and 2. So 13k plus 5h, add 11k minus 5h. 5h equals 21 plus 27. 5h get cancelled out. 13 plus 11. You get 24k is equal to 48. Divide by 24. K equals 2. Now take any equation. I'll take the first one. 13 times 2. 26 plus 5h equals 21. Subtract 26 from both sides. You get minus 5 here is 5h. Divide by 5. You get h equals minus 1. K equals 2, h equals minus 1. Double check the answer by substituting to the second equation. 11k. So 11 times 2, 22. Minus 5 times minus 1. So plus 5. 22 plus 5, you get 27. So that means the two solutions are correct. So k equals 2, h equals minus 1. This one, the coefficients are equal. This one, same sign, you subtract. 3a plus 17b, subtract 3a minus 4b, 26 minus 5. So you get 21 here. Subtract these two, 3a get cancelled out. I'm getting 17b plus 4b. 17 plus 4, 21b equals 21. Divide this by 21. You get b equals 1. Take one of the equation and substitute. B equals 1. 3a plus 17 times 1, 17 equals 26. Subtract 17 from both sides. You get 3a equals, what's the subtraction? You get 9. Divide this by 3. Both sides. A equals 3. We found A and B. Now we'll check by substituting to second equation. 3a. 3 times 3, 9. 4 times b. 4 times 1, 4. That's 9 minus 4 is 5. That's correct. That means the solutions are A equals 3, B equals 1. Now we'll look at problems involving simultaneous equations. Look at this one. Sum of the two numbers is 21 and the difference between the two numbers is 13. Take larger number as x and the smaller number as y. Construct simultaneous equations and solve for x and y. So larger number x, smaller number y. Now it says the sum of the two numbers is 21. So that's our first equation. The difference between the two is 13. So x is bigger. So x minus y is 13. That's our second equation. Now look at carefully. In this equation, x coefficient also same, y coefficient is also same. So you can do subtracting or adding. If you take coefficient of x, you have to subtract. If you want to get rid of y, you have to add. So I'll add the two equations. It's easy. Easier than subtracting sometimes. 1 plus 2. What happens? When you add, y term get cancelled out. X and x becomes 2x. Adding these two, you get 34. Divide this by 2, you get x equals 17. So larger number is 17. How you find out the smaller number? Take one of the equation and substitute. x 17 plus y equals 21. So what's y? Subtract 17. 21 minus 17, you get 4. Now we'll take the difference and see whether it's correct. So larger number is 17. 17 minus 4, you get 13. So that's correct. So you can write larger number is x, that's 17. Smaller number is 4. This one, another worded problem. The price of 3 pens and 2 books is 145 rupees. The price of same kind of 1 pen and 2 books is 115. Construct simultaneous equations and find the price of a pen and a book. We'll take price is x here for pen and price is y for a book. 3 pens, that means 3x. 2 books, that means 2y. The total is 145. That's our first equation. Second one, 1 pen, 1x. 2 books, 2y equals 115. Now which one is the same? The coefficients are the same. You can see this one is the same and both pluses. Pluses means you subtract the 2 equations, 1 minus 2 to get rid of y. Then you subtract 3x minus x. Comes on the left hand side, 145 minus 150 on the other side. 3x minus 1x is 2x. Here when you subtract, you get 30. Divide this by 2, you get x equals 15. So x is 15. How you find out y? Take the second equation now. We'll take the second one and substitute. 1x, that means 15 plus 2y equals 115. Subtract 15 from both sides. 100 equals 2y. Divide this by 2, you get y equals 50. So what's the price of a pen? 15 rupees. Price of a book is 50 rupees. So price of a pen is 15 rupees. Price of a book is 50 rupees. Now we'll check it. If this is 15, 15 plus 2 times 50, 100, 115. So the answer is correct. And if you take this one, first one, 15 times 3, 45. 45 and 100, 145. Look at this question. Perimeter of the rectangle is 60. Difference between length and width is 6. Find the length and width of the rectangle. So we'll take x as the length, y as the width. Then the perimeter is 60. So perimeter means x plus y plus y. You can write 2 times x plus y. So I can write 2 times x plus y equals 60. That's first one. I can divide the whole equation by 2 and write x plus y equals 30. That's my first equation. Difference between length and width is 6. So normally length is the larger one. So x minus y equals 6. That's my second equation. Here also same coefficient in both x and y. You can either add or subtract to get rid of one variable. So we'll add it to get rid of y. 2x equals 36. Divide by 2. You get x equals 80. Now take the second one and substitute. X, that means 18 minus y equals 6. Subtract 18 from both sides. You get minus y equals minus 12. So y becomes 12 when you divide this by negative 1. So y is 12 and x is 18. So length is 18 centimeters and the width is 12 centimeters. So these are the two solutions. This one, price of 7 mangoes and 3 oranges is 440. Price of 2 mangoes and 3 oranges is 190. Find the price of a mango and an orange. So I'll take x for mango, y for orange. Price of 7 mangoes, so that means 7x. 3 oranges, that means 3y. The total is 440 rupees. That's first equation. Price of 2 mangoes, 2x. 3 oranges, that's 3y, equals 190. Now, look at the coefficients. So you get same here. Plus plus. Subtract the two equations. When you get same sign, same coefficient, subtract the two equations. 7x minus 2x, you get 5x. Subtract these two. 440 minus 190, 250. Divide by 5, both sides, you get x equals 50. X equals 50. Then take one of the equations. We take second one. 2 times 50 plus 3y equals 190. This is 100, so subtract 100 from both sides. You get 90 equals 3y. Divide by 3. You get y equals 30. Now we found x is the price of a mango. So price of a mango is, that's x, we found 50 rupees. Price of an orange, 30 rupees. We can check with the first equation. 7 times 50, 350. 3 times 30, 90. What's the addition? 440. So addition is 440. That's correct. Now we'll look at the review exercise. Solve the following linear equations. Plus 12 is there. Subtract 12 from both sides. X becomes 20 minus 12, that's 8. Here subtracted 7. Add 7 to both sides. You get 9 is x. Here subtract 5 from both sides. You get m equals 3. Here multiply by 2. So divide this by 2. You get x equals 16 divided by 2 is 8. Minus 3x is 6. Divide this by minus 3. You get x equals minus 2. Plus into minus becomes minus. Subtract 1 from both sides. You get 4 equals 2p. Divide this by 2. You get p equals 2. This one, subtracted 7, so add 7. You get 9 equals 3b. Divide this by 3. b becomes 3. Divided by 2. Multiply both sides by 2. That's the inverse operation. X equals 6. Multiply this by 2. Here also by 2. You get 2p equals 12. Now divide both sides by 2 to get p. That's 6. 12 divided by 2. This one, first get rid of this minus 1. Add 1 to both sides. You get 9 equals m over 5. Now multiply both sides by 5. M equals 45. This one, brackets. Expand brackets. So you have to expand brackets. 2x plus 6 equals 11. Now subtract 6 from both sides. You get 5 equals 2x. Now divide this by 2. X becomes 5 over 2 or 2.5. Multiply this by 3. 3 minus 3x equals 9. Now subtract 3 from both sides. You get 6 here and minus 3x. Divide by minus 3. X becomes minus 2. Example number 1. So you have to first expand the innermost brackets. So here, this one. So 2 is there. 3 times 2x, that's 6x. 3 times 1, that's 3. So you get minus 3 plus 4. Now think about this one. First simplify inside brackets. 6x plus 1 equals 38. Divide both sides by 2. 6x plus 1 equals 19. 38 divided by 2. Now subtract 1 from both sides. You get 18 equals 6x. Divide this by 6. You get x equals 3. Example number 2. Here also you get 2 types of brackets. First do innermost brackets. Here 5 is there. 4 times x, 4x. 4 times 3, 12. Minus 2x here, minus and minus plus. Simplify inside. 4x and 2x becomes 2x. 12 plus 2, 14. Now 72 and here 5. You can't divide by 5. So now you have to expand brackets. 5 times 2, 10x. Here 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 14, 70. So this is plus. 10x plus 70 equals 72. So subtract 70 from both sides. You You get 2 here. So 10x equals 2. Divide this by 10. X equals 2 over 10, or both numerator and denominator divide by 2. You get 1 over 5. So x equals 1 over 5. Exercise 15.1. Solve the following equations. So we'll first expand innermost brackets. 2x minus 2 inside, and then simplify inside. 2x and here plus 2 minus 2 get cancelled out. So you get 2x here. So you get 4x equals 18. Divide this by 4. What's the answer? X equals 18 divided by 4. Divide this by 2. 9 over 2. You get 4.5. So x value is 4.5. This one, first expand innermost brackets. 5 is there. 3 times x, 3x, and here 6 minus 2x and plus 2. 3x minus 2x is x. 6 plus 2, 8. Now, you can divide by 5, both sides. X plus 8 equals 12. Subtract 8 from both sides. You get x equals 4. This one, you have to remove this bracket. So 6 plus 2, inside you get 3x and 6. Now simplify inside. 3x and x, 4x plus 6. Now what's the next step? You can subtract 6 from both sides. What's the answer? 52. 52 equals 2 times 4x plus 6. Divide this by 2, both sides. You get 4x plus 6 equals 2 times 2, 4, and here 26. Now subtract 6 from both sides. You get 20 equals 4x. Divide this by 4. X becomes 5. This one, there's 3 outside, so you have to expand this one first. 3x plus 6 equals 10. Then 8 plus 3x. Divide both sides by 5 without expanding brackets. If you can simplify, it's easier than expanding brackets. So divide by 5, that's 8 plus 3x equals 2. 10 divided by 5. Subtract 8 from both sides. You get minus 6 equals 3x. Divide this by 3. You get x equals minus 2. This one, there's a bracket here. First expand this one. 2, 3y minus 3 minus 2y here equals 2. Then simplify inside. 3y minus 2y, y minus 3. Now you can divide this by 2. Y minus 3 becomes 1. 2 divided by 2. Now add 3 to both sides. You get y equals 4. This one, first expand this one, that means multiply by minus 1. 7x plus 5, 4 minus x minus 1. 7x plus 5. 4 minus 1, 3. 3 minus x. Now expand this bracket. 7x plus 15 minus 5x. Multiply by 5. Now 7x minus 5x, 2x plus 15 equals 17. Subtract 15 from both sides. You get 2 here, 2x there. So when you divide this by 2, you get x equals 1. Example number 1. Now you get fractions. What you do? You find out the lowest common multiple. So in this one, 2 is there. So to get rid of that, you multiply both sides by 2. Make sure that you put brackets there. 2 get cancelled out. You get x plus 3 equals 30. Now subtract 3 from both sides. 30 minus 3, you get 27. So x is equal to 27. Example number 2. Now 2 and 3 in the denominator. So what's the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3? That's 6. Multiply all terms by 6. You get 54 here. 2 times 3 here. So 3y minus 2y equals 54. 3y minus 2y is y. So y equals 54. Example number 3. 2 is there. M over 3 minus 1 equals 10. First we'll get rid of this 2. Divide both sides by 2. You get m over 3 minus 1 is 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now add 1 to both sides. You get 6 equals m over 3. Now there's a fraction. To get rid of that, you multiply both sides by 3. You can get m equals 18. Exercise 15.2. Solve each of the following equations. Denominator is 5. Multiply both sides by 5. Make sure that you put brackets here. 5 get cancelled out. X minus 2 is 20. Add 2 to that. You get 22 equals x. This one, 3 is in the denominator. Multiply by 3. Both the numerator and the denominator. 15 is equal to y plus 8. Now subtract 8 from both sides. I get 7 for y. This one, first you need to get rid of this 1. Subtract 1 from both sides. So you get 2a over 3 equals 7 minus 1, 6. Multiply both sides by 3 to get rid of the denominator 3. 2a equals 18. Now divide both sides by 2. You get a as 9. This one, minus 3 is there. So you have to add 3 to both sides first. You get 5 equals 5b over 2. To get rid of the denominator 2, you need to multiply both sides by 2. So 5b equals 10. Divide both sides by 5. You get b equals 2. This one, denominator is 4. Multiply both sides by 4. 4 times 5, 20. Here you get 2p plus 3. Now subtract 3 from both sides. you get 17 is equal to 2p. When you divide this by 2, what's the p value? 17 divided by 2, that's 8.5. This one 7 in the denominator. Multiply both the numerator. Multiply this one by 7. Both sides. So you get 3m minus 2 equals 28. Now add 2 to both sides. You can get rid of this minus 2. So 3m becomes 30. When you divide by 3, you get m equals 10. 30 divided by 3. Look at this one. You get two denominators, 2 and 4. Find the lowest common multiple of 2 and 4. That means 4. You multiply all the terms by 4. Why we are doing that? To get rid of the denominator. So here 2 times 2. 2 times 3x is 6x. X is here. 7 times 4, 28. 6x and 1x becomes 7x. Divide by 7. You can find out the x value, that's 4. 5 and 3. What's the lowest common multiple? 15. So you have to multiply all terms by 15. So what you get? 3 times 5. 5 times 3. 5 times 2, 10. 3 times 3, 9. So 9. Here 10 minus 9, that's m. m equals 15. This one, you get brackets, but you can easily simplify by dividing both sides by 4 without expanding brackets. 4 get cancelled out here. You get 3x over 2 minus 1 is 12 divided by 4 is 3. Now add 1 to both sides. You get 4 here. This is 3x over 2. Now denominator is 2 there. Multiply both sides by 2. You get 3x equals 8. What's the x value? 8 divided by 3. If you want to write as a mixed number, this is 2. 8. 2 times 3 is 6 and 2 remaining. 2 and 2/3. This one, 1/3 is there. So multiply both sides. Multiply both sides by 3 to get rid of this 3. Then this 3 get cancelled out. You get 2a over 3 minus 3 equals 6. Now add 3 to both sides. You get 2a over 3 becomes 9. Now multiply both sides by 3 to get rid of this denominator. You get 2a equals 27. Divide by 2. 27 over 2 means 13.5 or 13.5. This one. First you have to get rid of this one. Subtract 1 from both sides. You get m minus 3 over 2 equals 3. Now multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of this denominator 2. M minus 3 equals 6. Add 3 to both sides. You get m equals 9. The other one, 2 and 3 in the denominator. Lowest common multiple of 2 and 3, that's 6. Multiply all terms by 6. 2 times 3, 3 times 2. So here you get 3x plus 3 plus 2x equals 48. 3x and 2x, 5x. Subtract 3 from both sides. You get 45 equals 5x. Divide this by 5. X equals 9. In this one, you get 242. Lowest common multiple of 242, that's 4. So multiply all terms by 4. That's the first step. Two times 2. 4 get cancelled out here. So then expand brackets. 2y plus 2. First 2 is outside. Here y minus 3. 2 times this one, you get 2 here. Now simplify 2y and y. 3y minus 1 equals 2. Add 1 to both sides. You get 3y equals 3. Divide this by 3. You get answer 1 for y. This one, 2 and 3 in the denominator. Multiply all terms by 6. Make sure that you put brackets here. 2 times 3. 3 times 2. Now open brackets, expand. 3x plus 3 times 3, 9. Minus 2x minus 2. You have to multiply by minus sign. Is equal to 12. 3x minus 2x is x. 9 minus 2, 7. Now subtract 7 from both sides. You get answer 5 for x. Example number 1. Solve the pair of simultaneous equations. So what are the two equations? X plus y equals 6 and x minus y equals 2. Here in the textbook, you have given two methods. So I'll do one method that's called substitution. So second method we will do elimination method. So substitution means we can make one variable as a subject and substitute to the other one. So when you take the first equation, I can write x as 6 minus y. I'm taking y to the other side. Now this value I can substitute to the second equation. Instead of x, I can write 6 minus y. Minus y equals 2. So here you get 6 minus 2y equals 2. Subtract 6 from both sides. Minus 4 equals minus 2y. Divide by minus 2. Y equals 2. Now you can substitute that y value in the first equation. This one. We'll label it as 3. So take the third one and substitute. X equals 6 minus y. 6 minus 2. So x becomes 4. So x is 4 and y equals 2. This is called substitution method. We did elimination method. You can use that method as well. Now we look at the second method using elimination. And you decide which one is easy. Coefficient of x or y both are the same, so you can do either addition or subtraction, but I'll do addition. That's easier than subtracting. So you get adding these two, 2x becomes 6 plus 2, 8. Divide this by 2, you get x equals 4. Now take one of the equations and substitute x equals 4. 4 plus y equals 6. Subtract 4 from both sides. You get y equals 6 minus 4 is 2. So you get the same answer, x equals 4, y equals 2, using elimination method as well. So this is easier than substitution method. We'll look at this one, example number 2. We'll use elimination method. So 2m plus n equals 10. M minus n equals 2. Which coefficient are equal? N coefficient. So plus and minus. Two different signs, you add the two equations. So 1 plus 2 to get rid of n. So when you add it, n get cancelled out. 2m plus m becomes 3m. 10 plus 2, 12. Divide this by 3. You get m equals 4. Now take any equation. I'll take the second one. Substitute m equals 4. 4 minus n equals 2. Subtract 4. You get minus 2 equals minus n. When you divide by minus 1, you get n equals 2. So what are the solutions? N equals 2 and m equals 4. Example number 3. What are the two equations? 2a plus b equals 7. That's first equation. A plus b is the second equation. Now, which coefficients are equal? This one, plus 1. So here, both are the same. So you can subtract the two equations. 1 minus 2. So 2a minus a, you get a. 7 minus 4, 3. So a equals 3 straight away. Now take one of the equations. I'll take second one and substitute a value. 3 plus b equals 4. So what's the b value? Subtract 3 from both sides. You get b equals 1. So a equals 3, b equals 1. Example number 4. Look at the coefficients. X coefficients are the same. So you can subtract the two equations because same sign. So we'll subtract 1 minus 2. So take the first one, subtract the second one. 11 minus 5, you get 6. Now expand brackets. You get plus 4y equals 6. X and minus x get cancelled out. You get 2y plus 4y, 6y equals 6. Divide this by 6. You get y equals 1. Now take any equation. I'll take the first one. X plus 2 times 1, 2 equals 11. Subtract 2 from both sides. You get 9 equals x. So what's the value? X equals 9. Y equals 1. Exercise 15.3. Solve each of the following pairs of simultaneous equations. Look at carefully. Here also you can either add or subtract because both coefficients are the same. If you take b coefficients, signs are different, so I'll do addition to get rid of b. 1 plus 2. So when you add it, b get cancelled out. A plus a, 2a. 5 plus 1, 6. Divide this by 2. You get a equals 3. Now take one of the equations and substitute. 3 minus b equals 1. Subtract 3 from both sides. You get minus 2 equals minus b. When divide by minus 1, b equals 2. So what are the solutions? b equals 2, a equals 3. This one, look at carefully. Coefficient of y, both are the same. And also plus. Same sign, you subtract the two equation. Now, when you take 1 minus 2, you get a minus sign there. So, it's better to take other way around. I'll take 2 minus 1. So, 2x minus x, you get x. 2 minus 8, that's minus 6. So, x equals minus 6. Take one of the equations and substitute. Minus 6 plus y equals 8. Add 6 to both sides. You get y equals 14. So, x equals minus 6. Y equals 14. This one, which one is equal coefficients? M. Both 1 and 1. Same sign. Same sign, you subtract. 1 minus 2. Now, m get cancelled out when you subtract. How you do the other one? 2n minus minus n. 7 minus 1 there. So, you get 6. This becomes minus minus plus. So, 3n. Divide by 3. You can find out n value. That's 2. Now, take any one of the equation and substitute. M plus 2 times 2, 4 equals 7. Subtract 4 from both sides, you get m equals 3. Now, what are the solutions? N equals 2, m equals 3. This one, which one is the same? 4c, 4c. Same sign and same coefficient. You subtract the two equations. 1 minus 2. So, 1 minus 2, you get minus b minus minus 2b equals 7 minus 2. You get 5 here. Minus b plus 2b. So, you get b here. b equals 5. Now, take one of the equations and substitute. 4c minus 5. b is 5 now. 7. Now, add 5 both sides. You get 4c equals 12. 7 plus 5. Divide by 4. You can get c value. That's 3. 12 divided by 4. So, b equals 5 and c equals 3. Look at this one. Same coefficient and the sign here. Same sign. You subtract the two equations. I prefer this one, 2 minus 1 rather than 1 minus 2 because the bigger one coefficient in the second one. I'll take 2 minus 1. 4a minus 2a, that's 2a. 26 minus 16, that's 10. Divide by 2, you get a equals 5. Now, take the first one and substitute. 2 times 5, 10, plus 3b equals 16. Subtract 10 from both sides. You get 3b equals 6. Divide this by 3. b equals 6 divided by 3. That's 2. So, what are the solutions? A equals 5 and b equals 2. This one, same sign, same coefficient. You can subtract the two equations. 1 minus 2. 4l minus minus 2l. And here 4 minus 16. What happens here? Minus minus plus. 4L plus 2L is minus 12. So 6L is minus 12 means divide by 6 you get L equals minus 2. Now take one of the equations and substitute 3k plus 4 times minus 2, that's minus 8 equals 4. Add 8 to both sides, you get 3k equals 12. Divide by 3, you get k equals 12. Divide by 3, that's 4. So k equals 4, L equals minus 2. This one, minus x and plus x. Signs are different, same coefficient. So you can add the two equations. When you add the two equations, x you can get rid of from the two equations. So 3y plus y becomes 4y, 12 plus 8, that's 20. Divide by 4, you get y equals 5. Now take second equation and substitute. Minus x plus 5 equals 8. Subtract 5 from both sides, you get minus x equals 8 minus 5, 3. So what's the x value? You have to multiply by minus 1, so you get minus 3. So x equals minus 3 and y equals 5. This one, which coefficient? We have to take this one. 1 is plus, 1 is negative. Different signs, you add the two equations. So this is 1, this is 2. 1 plus 2. M term get cancelled out. So minus 2n and plus n comes on the left hand side. 10 minus 14 on the right hand side. Minus 2n plus n minus n. 10 minus 14 minus 4. So n becomes other way around, n equals plus 4. Now take one of the equations and substitute and get the m value. 3m minus 2 times 4, 8 equals 10. Add 8 both sides, you get 3m equals 18. Divide by 3, you get m equals 6. So m equals 6, n equals 4. A worded problem. The sum of two numbers is 10 and their difference is 2. Taking the two numbers as x and y, construct a pair of simultaneous equations and solve them. Sum of two numbers. I'll take the bigger number, the larger number x. Smaller number y. The sum of the two numbers is equal to 10. That's my first equation. The difference is 2. So larger number minus the smaller one, the difference is 2. Now, what we can do to get rid of 1? We can either add or subtract because the coefficients are the same and here sign is the same and here sign is the different. I'll add the two equations. When you add, these two get cancelled out, x and x becomes 2x. 10 plus 2, 12. When you divide this by 2, you get x equals 6. Now that means the larger number is 6. Substitute to the first one. You get 6 plus y equals 10. Subtract 6 from both sides. You get y equals 4. So x is 6 means larger number is Larger number is 6. Smaller number is 4. So those are the two numbers. Another question. 2 pens and a pencil cost 32 rupees. A pen and a pencil cost 20 rupees. Taking the price of a pen as P. So pen, take P as the price. And the pencil, take as Q. Q rupees. Construct a pair of simultaneous equations and by solving the pair, find the price of a pen and the price of a pencil. So what's the first thing? 2 pens and a pencil cost 2 pence. That means 2p plus a pencil plus q equals 32. That's my first equation. A pen and a pencil. 1 pen and 1 pencil is 20 rupees. That's my second equation. Now try to solve these two. Look at carefully. These coefficients are the same. So same sign, you subtract the two equations. So 1 minus 2. 2p minus p, you get p. 32 minus 20. So what's that? 12. P equals 12. Substitute in one of the equations. I'll take the second one. 12 plus q equals 20. Subtract 12 from both sides. What do you get? Q equals 20 minus 12, that's 8. So P equals 12 means the price of a pen. Price of a pen equals 12 rupees. What's the price of a pencil? That's the other one, Q. Q is price of pencil, that's 8 rupees. We completed all exercise in this unit. So you need to remember when you are solving equations with fractions, find the lowest common multiple and multiply all the terms. And when you get brackets, simplify the innermost brackets and then solve the equation. And when it comes to simultaneous equations, when same sign and same coefficient, you subtract the two equations, and if it is different signs with same coefficients, you add the two equations.